Mr. Moskowitz is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member, for bringing H.R. 5826 and Representative Wilson for sponsoring this legislation. The No Paydays for Hostage Takers Act before the committee this morning. The legislation that Rep. Wilson and I have introduced earlier this month would deter Iran and other hostile governments and individuals from hostage-taking or wrongfully detaining U.S. nationals by imposing sanctions and other strict penalties. While I served in the Florida legislature, I represented the family of Bob Levinson, who was the longest-held hostage in U.S. history, who died in Iranian custody. During his captivity, I watched and worked with the family as he missed birthdays, graduations, weddings, as the U.S. government tried to get information about him and how his well-being was. I saw the weight that the family bore, constantly afraid for their loved one, never knowing if he would come home, having to miss all that his family was experiencing while living in the hell of the Iranian regime. We now see families of approximately 200 people, including a number of Americans, living in hell in Gaza under the hostage-taking of Hamas. It just came out that of the 200 hostages that Hamas has taken, 30 of them are children. We've seen these videos of babies and children and teens, mothers, fathers. We've seen a Holocaust survivor taken, a person who never thought again in their life they would ever be taken hostage. And so this is unacceptable. It breaks my heart, and it's why I'm working on a bipartisan basis on this piece of legislation. The No Paydays for Hostage Takers Act will ensure that hostile groups who take American hostages face sharp reprisals and do not receive financial incentive. With that being said, it's an important note, because of the misinformation that was put out in the weeks after the deal was announced, that not a single dollar of the $6 billion, not a single dollar of the $6 billion has moved. And that's an important correction, because information in today's day and age is important to make sure that the facts as they are displayed. And with that, I urge my colleagues to support this important piece of legislation, and I yield back the balance of my time, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Gentleman yields back. Any further discussion on the bill?